Namaskar, a new postcard has arrived from a bygone era. As we celebrate International Women's Day, it is good to look back in history and reflect how many Indian women took big leaps in liberation and self-actualization. They were the real fire starters and change makers. They challenged the prevalent norms of the day and exhibited great courage, wisdom, presence of mind, and brilliance. There is no doubt that women leaders bring great empathy, calmness, and emotional intelligence to the table. Indian culture has always been about strong women with equal status and rights, but these women went that extra mile to challenge the status quo and make a difference. So let's take a look at some incredible women. Ahilyabai Holkar, Queen of Malwa, Indore, major feathers in her cap. She was the Queen of Malwa, a philosopher queen and ideal ruler. Ahilyabai Holkar was the hereditary noble queen of the Maratha Empire. Ahilya was born in the village of Chondi in Jamkhed, Ahmednagar, Maharashtra. She moved the seat of her kingdom to Maheshwar, south of Indore on the Narmada River. Khanderao Holkar, Ahilyabai's husband, was killed at the Battle of Kumher in 1754. Her father-in-law Malhar Rao Holkar died 12 years later, after which she took over the affairs of the Holkar kingdom a year later. She attempted to defend her homeland against looting invaders and personally led armies into battle. Ahilyabai was also a great pioneer and builder of Hindu temples and built hundreds of temples and dharamshalas throughout India. Her great achievement was to rebuild the Kashi Vishwanath temple in 1776, which was dedicated to Shiva, the presiding deity of the city of Varanasi, one of the holiest Hindu sites of pilgrimage that had been plundered by invaders. Her reign lasted for 30 years and she ruled with utmost compassion and pride. During her time, the region prospered and scaled many new heights. She even personally led armies into battle. As a tribute, Indore's domestic airport and university are named after her. Second, Kittur Chennama, Queen of Kittur. Major feathers in the cap, female warrior and patriot. Kittur Chennama was the Indian queen of Kittur, a princely state in Karnataka. She led an armed resistance against the British East India Company in 1824 in defiance of the doctrine of lapse in an attempt to maintain Indian control over the region, in which she defeated them, but she was dead in the imprisonment of Second Rebellion by the British East India Company. One of the first female rulers to rebel against British rule, she became a folk hero in Karnataka and symbol of the independence movement in India. Chand Bibi, warrior monarch of Bijapur. Major feathers and cap, defended Ahmednagar against Mughal Emperor Akbar. Sultana Chand Bibi was an Indian ruler and warrior. She acted as the regent of Bijapur Sultanate during the minority of Ibrahim Adil Shah II in 1580-1590 and regent of Ahmednagar Sultanate during the minority of her great nephew Bahadur Shah. Chand Bibi is best known for defending Ahmednagar against the Mughal forces of Emperor Akbar in 1595. One of the bravest women of her times, she successfully defended her throne when Akbar's forces invaded. In fact, she defended her reign twice. She was unfortunately killed in the third battle by her own companions as a rumor spread that she was joining hands with Mughals. Next, Jijabai Shahaji Bhosle, Shivaji's mother. Major feathers in the cap, ideal mother and Rajmata. Referred to as Rajmata, Rashtramata, Jijabai or Jijau, she was the mother of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, founder of the Maratha Empire. She was daughter of Lakhuji Rao Jadhav of Sindhkhed Raja. When Shivaji Maharaj was 14 years old, Shahaji Raje handed over the Jagir of Pune to him. Of course, the responsibility of managing the Jagir fell on Jijabai. Jijabai and Shivaji arrived in Pune with skilled officers. Due to the persistent invasions by Nizam Shah, Adil Shah and Mughals, the condition of Pune was very bad. Under such adverse circumstances, she, along with Dadoji Kandadeo, redeveloped the city of Pune. She was also a skilled horse riding. She also could wield a sword. She managed her husband's Jagir in Pune and developed it. Jijabai told Shivaji stories from the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, which began and ended in independence. Because of these rights given by Jijabai, Shivaji Raje happened. Jijabai not only told the story but also gave the first lessons of politics by sitting next to his chair. There are many stories of Jijabai and her upbringing of Shivaji, founder of Maratha Empire. It is her teachings that made Shivaji a warrior. Jijamata fostered Shivaji with faith, courage and valor. Next, Ramadevi, monarch ruler of Kakatiya dynasty in the 12th century. Major achievement historically known as Maharaja, though she was a queen. Ramadevi is known as a monarch of the Kakatiya dynasty in the Deccan Plateau from 1263 to 1289 until her death. She was one of the very few women to rule as monarchs in India and promoted a male image in order to do so. This was a significant change and one that was followed by her successors and also by the later Vijayanagara Empire. Ramadevi probably began her rule of the Kakatiya kingdom jointly with her father, Ganapati Deva, as his co-regent from 1261 to 1262. She assumed full sovereignty in 1263. Unlike her Kakatiya predecessors, she chose to recruit as warriors many people who were not aristocratic, granting them rights over land tax, revenue in return for their support. Marco Polo, who visited India probably sometime around this period, made note of Ramadevi's rule and nature in flattering terms. As one of the most powerful female rulers of the Kakatiya dynasty, she saved her kingdom from many invasion attempts. Next, Rajya Sultana, Queen of Delhi Sultanate 1205 to 1240. Major achievements: first and only female ruler of India. Rajya Sultana was a ruler of the Delhi Sultanate in the northern part of the Indian subcontinent. She was the first female Muslim ruler of the subcontinent and the only female ruler of Delhi. A daughter of Mamluk Sultan Shamsuddin Iltutmish, Razia administered Delhi during 1231-1232 when her father was busy in the Gwalior campaign. According to narratives, impressed by her performance during this period, Iltutmish nominated Razia as his heir apparent after returning to Delhi. Some may disagree that she was the only female ruler of India, but she undoubtedly was the first. She ruled the Delhi Sultanate for a short period of 4 years but left a mark. Last but not the least, Madam Bikaji Kama, a freedom fighter, major achievement, prominent leader in the independence struggle. Bikaji Kama was born in Bombay, now Mumbai, in a large affluent Parsi Zoroastrian family. After marriage, she moved to London with her husband. She was preparing to return to India in 1904 when she came in contact with Shyamji Krishna Verma, who was well known in London's Indian community for fiery nationalist speeches he gave in Hyde Park. Through him, she met Dadabhai Naoroji, then president of the British Committee of the Indian National Congress, and for whom she came to work as a private secretary. Together with Naoroji and Singh Revabhai Rana, Kama supported the founding of Verma's Indian Home Rule Society in February 1905. In London, she was told that her return to India would be prevented unless she would sign a statement promising not to participate in nationalist activities. She obviously refused. Together with other notable members of the movement for Indian sovereignty living in exile, Kama wrote, published in the Netherlands and Switzerland, and distributed revolutionary literature for the movement, including Vande Mataram, founded in response to the Crown ban on the poem Vande Mataram. Influenced by Christabel Pankhurst and the suffragette movement, Bikaji Kama was vehement in her support for gender equality. Speaking in Cairo, Egypt in 1910, she asked, "I see here the representatives of only half the population of Egypt. May I ask, where is the other half? Sons of Egypt, where are the daughters of Egypt? Where are your mothers and sisters, your wives and daughters?" Madam Kama was fierce in her approach and never batted an eye when it came to going the extra mile, so much so that she contracted the plague while helping other patients. Fortunately, she survived and continued her nationalistic activities. I hope we can all take inspiration from these incredible women and salute their courage. Thank you for watching Postcards from Bharat. Namaskar.